Feet flat on the ground, body nice and tall, chest is lifted, shoulders are down. You just start out with a couple of nice long deep breaths and just find your space where you're at. You need to take kind of sit bones out from underneath you a little bit. If you want to move your head and neck, just make sure that you're comfortable in your position. Close your eyes or keep them open. You can fuss a little bit, fidget a little bit to find that really right position. But if it's hard to find, we'll get into the best position. You'll find a spot that's right for you. A couple of minutes. One more nice long deep breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's drop back into the hands, not back into the elbows yet. You may need to move your hips a little bit further forward, opening up the chest. You can have your fists. You can have your fingers turned out if you want. Just opening the chest. Watch the rib cage doesn't flare. And then let's come down to your forearms. I just moved my hips just slightly towards my heels again, just to find a new position. Nice and tall, chest lifted. And then let's roll ourselves all the way back onto the floor. And then give yourself like just kind of settle in a position. Shoulders are down, hands are by your side. And then we're going to raise the lower half of the body up. So just for a couple of breaths, just settle back into the ground. Feel your shoulder blades drop back, back side of your shoulders press into the ground without hollowing out the middle of your chest. Arms close to your side, and then just tuck your pelvis just slightly. So you've slightly imprinted your lower back. And try not to over clench your glutes, but just lift your hips up. I've just barely come off the ground. I can move my hands underneath my hips. And then let's bring those hips up a little bit higher. Bring your shoulders underneath you a little bit deeper. Feel that lengthening in the neck. Now, ideally, when your hips are high, your head stays in position. And then we're going to take our arms over our head, nice and long, and feel the weight settling back into the shoulders. And then exhale, slide the arms up as they're high. Inhale again, exhale, slide the elbows back toward the shoulders, towards the rib cage. Into your chest, hold those knees into your chest nice and close. And just feel that stretch. So take some moments just to feel your stretch in your lower back. Feel that lengthening, feel that releasing. And then lower just your left foot, hug underneath your right knee, draw your knee into your chest as it's comfortable. Inhale, exhale, either slide your chin just to your sternum or raise your chest up towards your thigh. Inhale, lower back. Inhale, exhale, raise your chest towards your thigh. Inhale, lower back. One more time. Inhale, exhale, raise your chest towards your thigh. As best you can, raise your right leg towards the ceiling. Settle your shoulders away from your ears. Sink your right hip away. Pull your toe towards your shin. And you're not really pulling your leg. You're folding either behind your knee just slightly or just above your knee. And then bend your knee in and then lower your head back. Breathing, keeping that right knee into your chest, take your left knee in as well, and then lower your right foot back down. This keeps the pelvis from over moving, and then bring that right knee into your chest. Inhale, just feel that length. See if you can relax the top of that right hip as that left knee comes in. As you can, inhale, either sink your chin into your sternum to lift your chest, or you can also hold your head up. Breathe. One more deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and then extend that left leg up. Sink your hips into the ground, heel towards the sky, toe towards the shin. Make sure your upper body isn't in tension. Breathing. Bend that left knee into your chest. Lower your head back to the ground. Good. Let's bring your left knee and now bring your right knee into your chest. And extend your right heel into the ceiling. Pull down into your right hip. Let's bring your left foot right back up again. Bend your right knee down. You're kind of in a little reverse standing pose or figure four. And then again, bend your left heel in, press your right leg up. Bend your right knee and press up. You're pulling your knee into your chest as you're pushing up. One more time, bend the left knee in, press the right heel up. Breathing. Press the left heel to meet the right, pressing up. Let's bring those arms back to that H position on the ground, and then you're going to reach upwards. Now, if this is too much on the lower back or on the back of your legs, bend your knees to a comfortable position, or even put your feet all the way back to the ground. But as we're taking the arms up, I want you to try to keep the ribs down. So heels press up, move the elbows down, press the arms up. Don't let the ribs lift up. Keep that down. Exhale. So you're developing a little bit more thoracic mobility as well as stability. Remember, mobility and stability kind of have to go together. Notice my legs are staying stable as my arms are being mobile. So what's more important, the mobility of this or the stability of this? Neither. They have to go together. Bend the elbows, press back up. One more time, bend the elbows toward the rib cage, press back up, hold. See if you can keep this long position, breathing. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, slide your arms in, drop your right and left foot back to the ground, and then let's slide the left leg out now. Now, notice when the left leg or one leg goes out, the pelvis is going to come up just a little bit. So I don't want you to work on imprinting the spine here. Keep the pelvis level, right foot is down, breathing, and then just raise the left foot off the ground. See if you can keep that pelvis nice and level without arching or without tucking. Just find level pelvis, breathing, hold, reach through the left leg, get nice and long, push into your right foot slightly, just working the stability of the hip. Breathing, hold. Right, feel the inner thigh, the outer thigh. And then let's bring that left knee back in. Hold, place it down. And then again, extend the right leg all the way out so the right foot is on the ground. Notice you may have little or less tension pulling the pelvis or tipping the pelvis forward. And so then draw the navel in just slightly, raise the right leg and just hold. See if you can hold that foot. So I'm really only about my calf's distance off the ground. So not really far off the ground. Just trying to keep my pelvis level, watching that I don't have any tilt in my pelvis, reaching out, rib cage or low. It's a real nice way to feel where you put your weight. Do you try to drop and use your back to hold your weight? Can you stabilize through the front of your pelvis? Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And then let's bring that right knee back into the chest. Go ahead and take your right knee and left knee back into the belly. Hold. Take your arms back out to the T. And then let's drop both knees to our right. Taking the right hand on top of the left knee and look over the left shoulder. Nice little back rotation. Nice little gentle rotation. Notice your hips. Are you stacked or is your left hip still dropping back? Can you get your knees a little bit more stacked so you're not twisting too much on the lumbar spine? Big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your head center. both knees up. If you need to readjust where you are on the mat, bring those knees into your chest, hold them just for a second. Take those arms back up nice and wide and drop both knees to your left. Now, very often you can feel that right rib wall, the back of the right ribs, all the way down to the left hip. You've got kidney, liver, all kinds of stuff going on for quadratus lumborum, for the muscles, breathing internal and external obliques attaching there. Try to get that right shoulder down. If it's comfortable, exhale, turn your head to the right side. Or your knees relatively stacked. And you keep those hips level so you're not over rotating that lumbar spine. And we want good movement throughout our spine. We want limited types of movement in certain sections of our spine. Lumbar, not as much, but we do want movement on our pelvis. And we want thoracic movement. And our cervical spine is a good mobile spine, but it's also quite stable at the same time. Inhale. Bring your right knee and left knee back up to the top. Drop both feet down. And then let's bring one at a time, both knees into the chest of both knees. Nice deep breath. As it's comfortable, either slide the chin towards the sternum or bring your head and chest up towards your legs. Watch that your shoulders aren't plugged into your ears. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. Pull your knees with you as you lower yourself back into the ground. Nice little stretch. One more time for that lower back. Good. And then let's drop one knee. Good. And then drop the other. Roll to one side, whichever side works better for you. And let's come onto all fours. So kind of like we did when we were starting and we worked the upper back, we're going to differentiate and disassociate the upper body from the lower body as much as we can here as well. So hands and knees. From here, just lift the chest up and bring the head back to center. So you're making sure that your toes, knees, and hands are evenly weighted as best you can. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then bring the head and chest back to center. So you can see how there's not a lot of extension in the upper back if I'm not moving my lower part of my body. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then bring the head and chest back to center. One more time. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then bring the head and chest back to center. Go ahead and tuck the tailbone, now moving to the lower half of the body, and then lift the tailbone. So again, we're disassociating the lower half and the upper half. No movement through the rib wall. Most of the movement is just happening at the pelvis. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. This is where we get into a lot of troubles when we don't have the ability to notice if our ribs are moving when we just want to move our pelvis or vice versa. If you want to put your hand on your rib cage, lift the tailbone, exhale, tuck the pelvis, inhale, lift the tailbone, exhale, tuck the pelvis. One more time, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. As comfortable, sit your butt back towards your heels, and then round your back, chin towards your sternum. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, round the back, chin towards the sternum. Last time like this. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Walk your hands just back just a little bit. And then as you round your back, can you pull your knees into your chest? Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the knees. Exhale, pull the knees into the chest. One more time. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, can you pull your knees into your chest? Or relax your toes. Walk your hands back towards your knees and settle your body between your thighs, dropping your knees to your elbows. So that beautiful stretch in your lower back. Similar stretch as we get when we do happy babies pose. Just a little bit more gravity we're working with here. So it can be a little bit more work. Breathe. But I love the stretch to get between the thighs. I love the stretch on the lower back. One more nice long deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Let out the nice side. Pull those knees in and together. Drop your knees to the ground, and we're going to come up into a tall kneeling position. So in this tall kneeling position, as best as it's comfortable for you, toes are curled under, glutes are underneath your shoulders, crown of your head right between the whole thing. From here, inhale, take your arms up and overhead, reach, and just hold that tall position. Find that length without overextending the upper back. Just reach. Feel how the glutes are involved. The feet are active. If your feet are down, that's fine, but you're going to find that you're going to catch yourself a lot. Breathe, and body's nice and tall, chest is lifted. Interlace the fingers and then press the arms up. So classically, we would do this standing, but I want you to feel what it feels like with that limited extension and the use of those legs. You have to use your glutes, your ribs, your back, your shoulders a little bit more intentionally. Breathing. Let's take the hands back behind the head, thumbs point down and lift the chest up. Again, same movement we might do standing, just a little bit different range of motion here. Length. This bothers your knees, you can stand. You could even do this sitting in a chair. Take your hands around behind you, interlace those fingers, pull your shoulders in and down. So it's a very common misconception that we need to pull everything back in order to have this tall posture. The relationship between the front and back isn't that vigorous, but allowing your shoulders just to pull down first and then back can open up that neck a little bit. So don't think of so much as tightening the elbows back in together so much here, but drawing down, getting some length, and then pulling the shoulder blades together. Lift the chin, lift the chest if it's comfortable. Feel all of this musculature down into the collarbones, opening, lengthening, finding some space. And then let's draw the arms off of the hips as you reach backward toward the wall behind you. Head is slightly forward. Your body's in a hinge position. This would be almost like a chair pose. And then we're going to flatten out the feet to just let the head drop to the ground and then bring the arms fully over the head. Now, if there's too much weight on your neck, shoulders, or otherwise, then just give yourself some work and break and just sit back further into your heels. Breathe. Reach those knuckles to the side. Drop your hands to your hips. Bring yourself back to tall kneeling. Take your arms up and overhead again. And then circle your arms around to an all fours posture again. Hands and knees, shoulders pull back. Inhale, exhale, press to the downward facing dog. Nice bent knees, get long in your back. Now, if you have cold, this is hard, but you can do this again on a chair, a table, a desk, a bed, a wall, whatever works. Your head doesn't have to be so low. And then let's walk the feet slightly forward towards the hands, and then the hands back to the feet. Hanging forward across the front of both legs, head down, chin in, look back between the knees. Hold the opposite elbows in the hands. And just let the gravity take you forward. Exhale. Again, similar to a happy baby's pose, but now really letting gravity take you forward. Start by placing the hands on the knees. Bring yourself only halfway up. Head and chest is forward. Let's lift the tailbone and tuck. See if you can differentiate between the upper and lower body. Disassociate the movement of the upper half. Just move the lower half. Breathing. Lengthening. Remember that tilt and that extension is a lengthening pose, it's not just an opposite to the flexion of the back. Really getting some length in the spine. Breathing, lift the tailbone, exhale, up the tailbone, and as you move, it may feel a little bit easier. One more time, lift the tailbone, and then tuck the tailbone. Inhale, sweep yourself up. Breathing, take your arms up and overhead reach. Bend the arm, take the arms back, bend the knees slightly. We'll go back into almost that chair position. Lift the chest, pull those elbows back, and then let's step back with your left knee. Now you're in tall or half kneeling. Breathing, lift the chest up, let the hands come below the bottom, and then hinge forward over the right leg. Lower the hands to your hips, hands to the floor, left hand down, right hand up, reach to find that rotation. Remember, it's never about the shoulder. So if you find that you're having a hard time and you don't feel like you get much rotation out of this, think of your belly is coming towards the sky, not necessarily what is going on with your arm. The arm is just an extension. The arm just kind of gives it some length. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, back to half kneeling. Both arms come high over your head. Lower your right hand, tip over towards the ground. Watch that your head's not dropping. Breathing, chest is high. Feel that length coming out of the left leg. Breathing. Inhale, come back to center. Both arms up. Exhale, both arms back down. Let's step the right leg back to tall kneeling. Both arms come up, reach. Bring the hands behind you. Draw the knuckles down, hinge. Breathing. Inhale, come forward. Let's bring your left leg forward. Both arms come up. Exhale again, fold forward. Take your hands behind you. Lay over your left thigh. Lower your hands, bring your right hand to the ground, and bring your left arm to the sky. Big breath. Exhale, take that left arm all the way back. I'll take that left foot back as well. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, round the back, chin towards the sternum. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the belly in first. Get that belly tight to the body. Then let the torso round over that. Inhale, release the belly slightly. Exhale, round the body, chin towards the sternum. Inhale, lengthen as you sit back towards your heels and drop into your forearms. Again, if this is too much flexion for your knees, you can bring a blanket underneath your legs so you're a little bit higher, or just stay a little bit higher if you can. Breathe. Exhale. Settle. Take your right hand across the belly, and your left forearm is going to press in opposition to this movement. Look towards your right shoulder first. Inhale. Now we're going to exhale. Turn towards without shifting your weight over. Try to stay right through the center. Rotating. So there's no extra arm in this rotation. Take a deep breath in again. Exhale. See if you can go a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale again. Rotate a little bit further. Let the breath be your guide. And then exhale. Come back down. Let's do the other side. I'm going to turn. Right hand is on the ground. Left forearm across the belly. Press into that right forearm. Keep that active. Right elbow, right knee, left hand across your belly. Inhale, look towards your left shoulder. Press down into your right arm as you exhale and raise your belly towards the side. Inhale again, same position. Exhale a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale a little bit further. Inhale and come back to center. Let's do the same thing again on the first side. Left hand is down, right hand's going to move away from you on camera. Inhale, look over your right shoulder. Exhale, inhale, staying up. Exhale, rotate a little bit further. Press into that left forearm. Inhale, one more time. Perfect. One more time. Inhale, exhale, rotate down. Right arm is down. Left hand is on the belly. Inhale. Exhale, look up and rotate. Inhale. Exhale a little bit further. One more time. Inhale. Exhale a little bit further. Inhale, center. Left forearm on the ground. Bring yourself up to all fours. Let's lift that tailbone and round tuck the tailbone. So you're giving it a little bit better motion in this cat-cow, even though what we just did was rotation. You might feel more even, more fluid, more connected. Exhale. Two more. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Last time, inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the knees, come to downward facing dog. Press back into those feet. Sink your body towards your thighs, but not rib cage flaring. And then let's come into plank. Hold the top of that push-up. Heels over ball mounted the foot, and gently lower yourself into the mat. Breathing. So after you lower yourself into the mat, take the pillow out of both of your hands. Let your head rest to that pillow. Breathing. Get long in the upper back and shoulders. Good. Turn your head to the right or to the left. Just feel that motion, that neck response. Bring your head center and then turn your head to the other side. Again, feeling that movement of the neck, how your back and body respond to that movement. Exhale. Turn your head back to center. Let's turn our head to our left arm, and you're going to extend your right arm up overhead. Bring your left foot in, reach back as you can for your left leg, and then let's roll onto our right side. We're getting some length and some stretch out of our left quadricep. Breathing, get long. So I'm not letting my knee come too high. I want my knees to be relatively close to that pull. You may feel some stretch from your shoulder all the way down into your knee. Your foot presses into your hand. Your left shoulder relaxes back. You can have a bent arm, a straight arm, however you want this arm, just to make it comfortable. Breathing. Pull your rib cage into your body. You know, we've done this movement similar, and when we stand up, you want to line the body up, not just let everything arch to find stretch, but just find it where you're at. My right knee is slightly in front just for balance. Big deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and release. Go ahead and roll back onto your belly. Take a pillow out of your hand, and you're going to raise your left arm up. I'm going to turn around. Grab your right foot with your right hand and roll onto your left side. My left knee is bent, the bottom leg is bent just to keep you from falling backwards. Hold the ankle as best you can, not the foot, and allow the foot to press back into the hand to give you some counter stretch here. You may feel again this movement from your shoulder, your neck, as your head is dropped and you're in this kind of extended position here. Pull the rib cage in, breathing, tuck the tailbone slightly. Keep the knee in line with the hip as best you can. For sure, without mirrors, we don't know exactly where we are, or me or somebody else kind of saying what you're looking like and helping you by physical touch, move you in the right position. But give yourself the ability to take your knee out of position, pull your knee back into position, bring your knees together. Is there a position that's better, that you're finding more evenness, or is everything just kind of working to hold yourself hopefully in place? Try to find some ease within any position. Take a nice breath, inhale, exhale, release that right foot, bring yourself back to your belly, bring your head back to your hands, head down, chin in, exhale. One of my favorite breathing exercises I've done before, I learned it years ago, and it's a fluid moving pattern. So you're going to turn your head to your right shoulder and extend your right arm. At the same time, you're going to then inhale, exhale, lift your right arm and left leg. Hold, exhale, lower your right hand and left leg, extend your left arm, and then raise your left arm and right leg. Exhale and lower. Inhale, reach out and lift up. Opposite side, step first side. Exhale and lower. Inhale, reach out and lift up. Exhale and lower. You can make this even a bigger movement. Take your right hand by your right side, palm up. Inhale, sweep your right arm up as you lift your left leg. Exhale and lower down. Take your left arm down. Take your right hand underneath your head. Inhale, bring your left arm and right leg up. Exhale and lower. Switch sides. Inhale, right arm and left. Exhale and lower. And then switch sides. One more time. Inhale, sweep that left arm forward, raise that right arm up. And then exhale all the way down. Bring your left arm back up. So doing that 5 or 6 or 8 times, just breathing into some patterns to give your body and your breath a movement connection. Nice long deep breath. Just slide your hands under your shoulders, roll your shoulders back, bring yourself up. Let's come into child's pose, head down, chin in. So nice when you get into a position that just feels comfortable, relaxed, settled. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, bring yourself up. Let's sweep our legs out from under us. Let's kind of go back to our original position of sitting tall and upright. Breathing nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, let's lower ourselves all the way back into the mat. And just let your body just settle for a second. Drop your knees away from your midline. Little reclined cobbler's pose. And just let the inner thigh soften, the ribs soften, the shoulders soften, the jaw soften. You can always put a little blanket or a pillow just nice and small behind the head. Sometimes the block is a little bit too tall. Raise your head up. Big deep breath, inhale. Extend your right leg and left leg out. Big deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Push your heels out, tighten the back line. Squeeze your hands in, kind of curl into the front line. Take a big deep breath in again. Press out, pull in. Exhale. Drop. Soft. Inhale. Exhale. Slide your right foot and left foot in. Reach your right arm overhead. Roll to your right side.
always after you, even when you get up in the morning, but when you've just been laying a lot of movement, give yourself a moment to get up using your left hand. Press yourself upright, gently, evenly, easily. Sit in a comfortable seated position, whether crossed ankles or on your knees or on your shins. Body's nice and tall, chest is lifted. Exhale, sweep your hand. Start from the ground, raise up. Exhale and through. Reach out wide, raise up. Exhale and through. And once more, reach out, raise up, and draw through. And be well.